What's going on, everybody? It's Jason Gaddy, and I was thinking to myself the other day, how many videos would it take for me to become a YouTube millionaire? How many views would it take for me to become a YouTube millionaire? And I was watching a guy and his girlfriend, and they've got a pretty good sized YouTube channel, and I was surprised when they said that their attention span on their videos are about 2 minutes. And that's about what mine are. So I'm going to say that's about the average attention span. So we're going to use this video here, Chaos at the Arnold. Okay, it's got 186,571 views. We're gonna make it 186,000 views, just to make the numbers easy. Okay, we'll save ourselves. We're still gonna have decimal points, but it won't be crazy, whacked out ones. But anyways, so we're gonna use this 186,000 views. That has paid me about $150. So, anybody that's on that video that thinks for 1 minute that they've exploded my YouTube channel, it's insane. There's 150 bucks. I mean, I make a lot more than that, at work a day. So, anyways, we're going to explore though how much or how many videos it would take, how many views it would take to make $1 million. So 186,000 views has made me about 150 bucks, and that's since March, and we're in like the end of May. So, nothing. There's no way I could live on that one video. So, yeah, sorry burst anybody's bubble about that. But we're going to go ahead and hit the calculator up. Okay, and I didn't clear that off. Yeah, I keep on getting people keep texting me and shit in the middle of these videos, and I've had to stop and restart. All right, so we're gonna figure out. There's gonna be three of you all. Okay, we're gonna split the money up equally. So, $3 million is what we're gonna make for the three of you all. All right. And we're going to divide that by the $150, which gives you 20,000. Well, 20,000 what? Well, that's 20,000 videos at 186 views, 186,000 views per video. Okay, well, there's three of us, so, that probably won't take a whole lot of time to put that many videos up. So, let's say we can come up with a really good 186,000 view video idea every day. Okay? Now I'm going to tell you, I'll be honest with you. Like the King of Random, I used to watch that guy, unsubscribe from him. And nothing against the guy, but you run out of video ideas really quick. And he ran out at one point, I think when I hopped off, he was like, he did a video, dry ice, and he put, I think the first one, I might have these out of order, but like the first one, it was like, I'm putting dry ice in a bucket, and he put dry ice in a bucket to see what it would do. And then he was like, oh, well, now I'm going to put it in a pool. So he put dry ice in a pool. And then the next video was, I'm going to put dry ice in a pool and swim with it. And then it was, I'm going to put dry ice in a pool that has a waterfalls. I mean, it was just ridiculous. Then he did, after he finally dry iced everything he could dry ice, including, I think he dumped some in a pond, or I don't know what the hell he did. He took a frozen chicken and poured rubber all over it, and then made rubber chicken castings, different colors, and just, it was bad. You run out of ideas. Even the best channels run out of ideas. I mean, remember the crazy Russian hacker? So, just letting you know, ideas are hard to come by after a while. So, all right, we're going to shoot 20,000 videos, three of us, one a day. All right, so we're going to divide that by the only measurement that makes sense, which would be 365 to get it down into years. It would take you one video a day, 54 years, almost 55 years. 54 years, 9 months, you know, if you want to get more technical, or 10 months, to make $1 million a piece, the three of you. Okay. Now, that's just insane to me. I don't, let me back this up a little bit. Okay. So you got 20,000 videos, right? At 186,000, shit, times 186,000 views. That's 3,720,000,000 2-minute views. Okay, 3,720,000,000. That's more people than McDonald's served last year. Okay, according to their sign. That's insane. That's a huge amount of views. All right. Well, Jason, I want to do this by myself. I don't need anybody else. Okay. Well, let's run the numbers on that. Okay. So we're just going to make $1 million. All right. And we're going to divide it again by the 150,000, or I'm sorry, $150. So we're looking at the devil's number here, 666. No, 6,666 videos. All right. Now, how long would that take you to make that on your own? And divide it by 365, and well, it'd take you 18 years to make 6,666 videos. And again, like I said, that Nighthawk and Light, well, not Nighthawk and Light, King of Random, he ran out of ideas. And, you know, like maybe he's got great ideas now. I unsubscribed from him. I just got so bored of watching the same thing, you know, over and over again. So that's a lot of videos, you know, and like this video, I've shot it probably 4 times. I got somebody wanting to know how to do, you know, post office questions and stuff like that. I got an uncle that's looking for somebody. So I've had to reshoot because things keep popping up. You know, and things will pop up in your videos. You know, somebody's going to say a wrong number. You have to reshoot a segment, which has happened to me on this video. You know, so it's not really easy to put a video with 186,000 views together. I mean, the one that I've got, I went to Columbus. Took me 4 hours to drive there. You know, got a hotel room for me and my girlfriend. You know, we ate a couple of times out. Different restaurants, had to pay to get in, you know. I mean, I didn't make any money on that video. I mean, like, you know, just pay me back for going. So, I'll tell you this, you know, if you want to make a decent salary, because like, all right, you'll make a decent salary, we're going to make $50,000 a year, okay? You're going to divide that by your $150 at 186,000 view video. So you're going to have to make 333 videos that get 186,000 views. You know, that's coming up with damn near a video a day by yourself that gets that amount of views. And it's just insane. And, you know, like some of these big channels have, you know, they've bought a $2,000 drone. They've got, you know, $3,000 or $4,000 computer running $600 to $800 software. You know, it's just, you know, the microphones and all this stuff. It's just not cheap to get started. And then you spend, let's say you spend $5,000, you know, on computer. Well, computer's $4,000, software, microphones. You spend $6,000. Let's say $6,000 to get your YouTube channel started, and you might get 10 views on your video. You know, I know people that have, I don't know them personally, but I've seen people have like 200,000 subscribers, and they get, like to get an idea, I'm going to start a new YouTube channel. And they do, and the new YouTube channel, might get anywhere between 300 and 700 views per video. And they ain't starting out. I mean, that's like, a month in, or 3 weeks in or whatever, but they've like started converting people over, um, from one channel to the other. But it's really hard to get views on a new channel, even when you have a successful channel, and, let's use PewDiePie, for example. I think he's got like 54 million subscribers, and you go look at his channel, and like he might have 1 to 3 million views per video, which is a lot. It's crazy. Like you could definitely make $50,000 a year on PewDiePie's channel. But you look at the subscribers versus views, and it's very minuscule. I think like on my channel, 3% of my subscribers watch my videos. I think that's the number I saw. And I think it's like maybe 6%, on his or something. It's just not a huge number. That watch the video. It might even be 3. I don't know. I'm not looked at his numbers, but he might have between 3 and 6% or whatever. Look at his, and that's just because of the numbers of views versus the number of subscribers. So the guy, I tell you, you're gonna spend like say $6,000, getting a YouTube channel started. The guy that cuts my grass probably has $6,000 in equipment. I would say starting out, he probably bought a used zero-turn mower, which is a couple $1,000. A trailer, which was probably used. He may have, may not even have $6,000 in it. Used trailer, used mower, and a couple weed eaters, whatever, and a blower. He might have, let's say, $4,000 invested in it. He cuts my grass now his equipment now is new, but he cuts my grass 3/4 of an acre. It takes him half an hour, $40. He cuts the neighbors next door, another $40. So in an hour he makes $80, and that's pretty good money. You think about that. Let's think about this for a second. Okay, let's say he does 10 yards. Okay, times $40 equals $400. Let's say he works 5 days a week. Okay, so it makes $2,000 a week, and my guy takes off about 3 months out of the year. Okay, so we're gonna say he works 40 weeks. It's 80 grand. Okay, and I don't know how many yards he cuts a day. Shit, he might cut 15 yards a day. Who knows? Okay, so we're going to divide that by the $150. Okay, so in 9 months, he's made what it would take you to make 533 $186,000 video, or 186,000 view videos. Okay, and his is a sure thing. And again, like 533, we're going to divide that by 365. So, you'd have to put out 1.5 videos a day, every day, 365 days a year to get close to his. So, there's just better ways to make money, easier ways to make money that are a sure thing. And this way you're your own boss. You're still your own boss. But it just doesn't make sense to go out and think you're going to make a video channel. It's going to be a hit right away, and you're going to be a millionaire like within the next year. It probably won't happen. It's just really hard now. The money that YouTube pays just isn't there. It's just not a whole lot of money anymore. I'll tell you this, like right now, like my videos before the Arnold, and this was right before the Arnold happened, about the same time the boycott happened. Okay, so before the boycott, I was making about what I make now with the Arnold video at 186,000. And you go back through my videos, and I've got some that have, anywhere between, I've got one that's like 27,000 views. I got a couple that are, 10, 15,000, whatever. The majority of my videos get 1 to 200 views, something like that. And I make as much now with my $186,000, or I'm sorry, 186,000 view video as I did back then, putting videos out to get 1 and 200 views with like a handful of 1,000 view videos. That's how much money it's dropped. I mean, it's dropped to almost nothing. And like, there's people that are freaking out, like big YouTubers, like, well, I'm gonna have to cut my channel off if you're not gonna, if I can't get support from the viewers or whatever. Like, what's that guy's name? Vegan Gains is like, well, my channel's gonna go away. And then he was like, well, I'll give out, tips and this, that, and that. Like, if you pay me on Patreon, I'll do this or whatever. I don't know, but man, I would suggest if you don't have any skills, like any whatever, honestly, get you you're going to spend, if you have $6,000 one way or another to spend, I would get a lawnmower and a trailer and whatnot. And if you're allergic to it, get you a mask and cut grass, man. Because, I mean, it's way too hard to make a living on YouTube. So, anyway, sorry to put a damper on anybody's day, but YouTube right now is just not the way to go if you want to make money. Like, if you want to make money on the internet, like I've written about 4 books and I get emails once a month. You're getting a check from Japan, you're getting a check from, all these places, Amazon, sells. Like, if you put a book up, you could say, I want to sell on all these markets or whatever, and it tells you exactly where it's from. So every month I get a check, from Amazon book sales, and I get like $3 a book, so I could sell 50 books and make the $150. It's way easier, in my opinion. So, that might be a good route too. I mean, it'd be hard to make money on that, enough to make a living, but it's definitely easier that route than it is YouTube. So anyways, all right, well, I'll be back later on with some more ideas, different things I find interesting. And I had one person asking about my pepper plants. So actually a few people. So I'm going to do a video a little bit later on today about my pepper plants. But like, share, subscribe to the video. If you've got a kid that thinks that, they're going to be the next YouTube star, it's really hard to do. Show them the video. These are the numbers that I've seen on my channel. That's what you're looking at, and it's really tough. So, all right, have a great day, and until next time.